I am very familiar with the ideas that many people actually, uh, say the different moments in our history actually marked the starting point of the age of Aquarius. Different. So some people say that's when we had the first man on the moon. So the age of Aquarius started that, or some other time. So there are different things. So I'll just try to actually show you my opinion about that. So just as I said, there is a relationship between tropical and sidereal zodiac. So when we get the sidereal sign connected with the vernal equinox. Vernal equinox is something which is a foundation for tropical zodiac. So when we have specific combination where sidereal sign moves into specific tropical vernal point, we actually say, okay, now it's a change. And if you look from some period of time, you will see that due to precision of the equinox, we have 1 degree of zodiac moving every 72 years. It's approximately 72 years always. So that means that one age that we have is 72 times 30, because 30 degrees of one sign is actually representing one age, which gives us 2,160 years. So that's a measure of how long one age is, which has its own its own qualities and everything that goes with that. So with this, I would start with the this 0 point of Gemini, and the ages, or this precision of the equinox, goes backward. It doesn't go, it doesn't go with the flow. With the rest, it's kind of a retrograde. So from 0 Gemini, we would go to Taurus, Aries, Pisces, and so on. So 0 Gemini, I would take, just because it was, if you calculate the precision of the equinox, was at 4,102nd year BC. And we would say the age of Taurus begins, because from 0 Gemini going backward, you are going into the age of Taurus. And that was the time when we have that the Bible is referring to. That was like when you have in the Bible, when God created the man or the earth and everything, it's related to that time. You can actually calculate. There are even charts for that time. So whatever that means, we know nowadays that does not mean literally that it was created time then, but something very important happened. We don't have to go now into it, but that was actually the end of one human sign. And then from that period of time, we are moving toward next human sign, which is Aquarius. In the meantime, we have to pass 3 other animal signs like Taurus, Aries, and Pisces. So each of them is marking some, some qualities and special evolutionary moments. Like the age of Aries began 1942nd year BC. So that's when the age of Aries, so it has its own qualities. And then if you want to know when the age of Pisces began, it was 280 this, CE. So, and that's approximately when the time of Christianity actually started. So it was like, few hundreds years after Jesus, we got like that Christianity became like official religion, something. So it marked something. And exactly 2378, the age of Aquarius begins. So it might sound to some, feel maybe like, oh, it's a too far a distance. It's like a 360 years, so right, for that. So it's like it sounds it's too far, but actually, I'll tell you, it is not. It's just very very close by, and we are at the dawn. This is the dawn of the age of Aquarius. It is something which really represents the changes, and I don't think it would be easy for now. It wouldn't be easy if it was like the age of Aquarius right now, because it's a very different age, and we need to adapt. We really need to adapt in order to go into that age, because there are many, many different things. It's not like us, it's different. And these 300 years plus is really good and great for adaptation to it. So where are we right now? So the right now, the precision degree is December 2020, 4 degrees 58 minutes. So we are just the last 5 degrees of the age of Pisces. It is still the age of Pisces, but just to know, before the sun rises, you already see the light. When you watch the eastern horizon, you see the light, even though the sun is still not visible, but you see the light, and this is exactly where we are now. These 5 degrees prior to the new age is actually emphasizing something, and this is very important. And I think these last 5 degrees that we have before that, they are really important. So if you just look closer, you can say that every 5 degrees, like a pentad, every pentad has its own qualities. So I just calculated, and there are some planetary rulership for every pentad that we have. Like uh, 5 degrees, they have their own planetary rulers. And if you go by that, like you can say that, okay, each kind of a sub age is 360 years long. Like from 218 to 578, you have a 360 years, and each of them has its own story. So, but the first one was connected with the sun, and that was, the time when we basically officially got the Christianity, and all the kingdoms are created by that. And then in the second, from 578, that was almost the year where the Islam was created, and that was the second part. And many like things has happened in the Middle East at that time, and many conquests and all that. And then we had the Jupiterian time, which also has its own qualities all time. And then Saturnian age from 1298 to 1658. That was more like, many different things, like Inquisition was very strong at the time, and others. And then 1658 to 2018, basically till that time we had that part that was lunar, that was more for you can say for the people, for these feelings, and all that Renaissance period actually developed, and human rights and all that. And now we are starting the last, these 5 degrees, they are connected with Mercury. And basically, these 5 degrees are really important. They are changing, they're giving us some kind of a new age. I wouldn't call it actually the age of Aquarius yet, but I would say that's like a beams of light, like of the Aquarius. And it's much more like the age of Uranus. It's Uranus that is going to be stronger. It's not completely the age of Aquarius, but we are adapting. We are getting some qualities of it, and we will change. We will change dramatically in this period of time, because the Mercury is basically the planet of science, of people. This is a very human sign, and many things related to human rights and to developing of us as humans is going to be important. But I would say that science is something that will change us all. We had it before, but nothing like this. I think this Mercury period, these last 5 degrees before we enter to next stage, will change everything dramatically.